happening, tubes? On my way to work right now. It is around 1:24. They remember this is the day that I only worked 4 hours. Shit. I seen something. I gotta go back and grab it real fast. It was one of those toilet gizmos. You know, for like people who've had maybe surgery or something, or if they're elderly and have a hard time getting up off the toilet, they use it. You know, they place it over the toilet or whatever and sit down and let them do their business. Well, I don't care about the toilet part. Just that the frame is made out of metal. Maybe one day they'll fix these stinking damn roads. Oh goodness. I don't know what today is going to hold as far as anything entertaining or not. You know, because it's been kind of boring. Other than me telling the story about well, yeah, I told a story and showed some pictures of that Mustang yesterday. But don't ever know what may or may not happen. Nothing may happen. It may have to generate something out of thin air, or something cool might pop up and have a talk about it, or who knows. Well, tubes, I mean, there's gonna be no particular topic today. Just doing a little bit of riding around. Work was pretty slow, so to speak. And I know the sun is probably just shining all in the camera. Not much I can do about it at the moment. It is brighter than shit outside. Mom had did a little bit of riding around over here a few days ago to scope out some stuff, but she doesn't have the best eyesight in the world, so to speak. And the windows on the truck are tinted, but this tint on these front ones right here is garbage. Might as well just not even be any tint up there, honestly. Now, what is that? Nothing. And it's good sometimes to get out and just do a little bit of riding around anyway. Try to see how things have changed, if anything. So far over here, nothing has. I ain't gonna say it's a poor neighborhood, but it's a low income one. Cats get ran over if they don't get out of the damn street. You know those dogs that were in that video from yesterday that were running around that I mentioned about? Well, apparently they must have been running around again today too. This time they were in my front yard. My mom had seen them and told me about it. make sure I didn't run over them. In case the owners so happen to be looking for them. Which brings me to a subject talking about animals and pets and such. If you, now this isn't for everyone, this is just for those that have pets, or well, maybe those who have thought about getting a pet. If you already have pets and they're outdoor pets, the best advice for you that I can give would be to make sure that they, are chained up when they're outside or out of their pen if you have a pen. If they're not in a pen, then just keep them chained up. And I'm not saying go out there and buy like a choke collar or something and put it around them, because I don't think those choke collars are all that grand, honestly, and to me they look like they would be very painful. I could not imagine a bunch of little rods sticking in my neck when it got tight. That just it looks more like a torture device than a restraining system, if you know what I mean. But keep your pets inside if you got to, and keep a close eye on watching them while they're outside, even if they are chained up. Because sometimes, people will put them on runners and let them get some exercise or play around or whatever while they're outside. But if you have indoor pets that are not as familiar with the outdoors, then you really have to make sure that you've got them on some kind of a restraining device, like a collar with a runner or chain or rope or something. Secondly, if you don't have your pets outside that often, but you would like to take them outside, put them on a damn leash. That way they just don't go running around everywhere. A lot of the towns have a sort of like an ordinance, and you can be fined if you are caught with an animal not on a leash or some type of restraining device. Do you think everyone obeys that ordinance? Hell no. Our next door neighbor, for example, a while back, and I'm sure they still do sometimes, because I have walked outdoors and seen fresh piss on my tires. And I'm not saying that, we don't have an occasional stray cat or whatever that may do it, that may spray or whatever. But cats usually don't pee as much as dogs and don't have the greatest aim. Well, I'm not going to say dogs have all that great aim either, but anyway, the point is that I feel as if it was their dog. And I feel as if they were the ones who allowed the dog to do it. But, because we have had issues with them letting their dog run all over the place and not give two shits about nothing. That dude just ran the hell out of that red light. Dummy. responding good, should I say. So I ended up calling the man on him. And the man came and told him, hey, you got to keep your dog inside and dog on a leash or dog on this or dog on that. And you're not doing it. The next time you'll get a fine. Well, we ended up calling about 4 or 5 times thereafter. That's how many chances was giving for the situation need be. And it's almost 6 o'clock. I'm going to run out in the country here just to see if I see anything. If not, I don't. And if I do, I do. You know what I mean? Exactly what I meant by trying to create some good content or whatever. It sucks sometimes trying to be creative, to try to find new stuff to talk about and whatnot. Now granted, I don't have to upload a new video every day, but I choose to. And for those that are subscribed to me, and for those that are subscribed that watch, it gives them something to look at if they don't have anything to look at. But back to the dog subject or whatever. I myself learned the hard way about a dog not being restrained, even though it wasn't my fault at the time or whatever. The little dog I had was like a black lab mix, and his name was Buddy. I'd got him from a friend of mine. Well, my mom so happened to be going to the mailbox and had him outside with her. Not on a leash, unfortunately, but this knob came flying down the street we live on, and he was so close to the mailbox or whatever. The dog kind of like nudged my mom to move, and the dog kind of, sort of blocked the car from hitting her, so to speak, and it ended up killing him. My mom, of course, was devastated. She was upset, and she explained to me the whole situation, and of course I got upset, and I was a little irritated thereafter, but I kind of looked at it as like a learning lesson. And you can't just say, oh well, it's your fault, you had him outside, blah 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 blah, and then you'd be a dickhead. Well, I try not to be a dickhead. Not about that kind of situation anyway. Especially to your moms, you know what I mean? But I took it hard. I ended up burying him because I believe in burying your own. That's just how I roll, I guess. But my mom told me that the dog, as he was laying there, slowly dying, still was wagging his tail, wasn't crying, wasn't whining, there and died. So in a sense, it's almost as if the dog felt like it had done its job and it was at peace via the dog, you know, the tail wagging or whatever. I don't know how true that is, but it's good thinking. I hope that lady gets where she's going, because damn, she wasn't up my ass big time. She was trying to kiss the bumper. What else can we to talk about while I'm out here in the neck of wherever the hell I am? Shit, about ran off the road. This old gentleman that I work with, he's one hell of a character, let me tell you. He's like one of the dirtiest old men I think I've ever met in my life. And believe me, I have met some dirty old men. This dirty old man, we're riding after we had got done doing a customer delivery. I had to pick him up. He gets on the subject of, because where we were at a drugstore. That's where the customer works or whatever, and that's where we had to drop the car off at. But anyway, the old son of a bitch was talking about, because I asked him, I said, "Oh, you got some cotton balls, huh?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I got them from my old lady. Put some medicine on her arm." I said, "Oh." I said, "What, has she got a rash or something?" And he said, I don't know what's going on with her arm. They said, "I told her if she'd fuck me, it would be better." I said, "What?" He said, "Ah, that's what I told her." I said, "Good God." They said, "Yeah." They said, she looks at me and said, "That's all you think about, you nasty fucker." Well, what can we say? That's what it is. That's how all of us were created, right? Sex. Somebody had to get it in. Just saying. I think I rode down this way the other day and I didn't find shit. I tried to map out where I go by knowing exactly where I'm at the time, and what I mean by that is I knew I was at work. I knew when I was leaving I had two options: to go back out in the country around where I live, or to go to the next town and go zoom through it, and then just kind of like track my way back towards home, through the country, of course. And like I said, you know, sometimes you find stuff and sometimes you don't. And today the only thing I found is that back there, you know what I mean? And I think earlier in the video, I think I've already told you guys what it was, or whatever. And you kind of have to watch how much gas you burn too, because you don't want to burn up more gas than what you think you've got in metal, like as far as what you found. So I'm gonna guess that back there is $1, maybe $1 worth or a few cents or whatever. Who knows? I don't know what each item is worth. as far as the metal costs. I just know what I know. And what I know is I need to find more than just a few little pieces. But it'll come. It's came in the past. A couple of videos back, it sure enough did. I should have turned down that road right there. Damn. Hadn't been down that road. I'm not sure if I can figure out how to get there through the back way or not. This is a busy little town to be no bigger than what it is. But then again, one of the main highways goes right through the middle of it, so yeah. So we'll give it a shot this way and see what happens. People, I swear, they drive so terrible around here, it's not even funny. Now, of course, I got somebody on my ass again. I don't know if you can see him back there or not. And I'm not going any faster. Sorry. I would have loved to have gotten video of the place that we went to when we were riding the other day. They had a ton of stuff. Tons. I mean, it was like at least 2 football fields long full of parts. Like old cars, machinery, everything. I mean, it was insane. And come to find out, the dirty old man that I was talking about a little while ago, he tells me that the man won't come off of any of it. He won't sell any of it. Won't get rid of any of it. I told him, I said, shit. If he were to cash it all in, he'd have a fortune. And you know, and truthfully, he really would. Just like some of these old grain silos. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And I apologize if you didn't. You may have just gotten a face full of sunshine. But yeah, the man wouldn't come off of any of it, wouldn't get rid of any of it, wouldn't sell any of it, but he would have a fortune. And the farmers here that have these old silos that they just let sit out there and rust to shit, if they were to tear them down and get rid of the metal, or give the metal away, or let whoever needed the metal come and tear it down and take it off, that'd be a nice chunk of money. But what I have realized is that a lot of the farmers around here are kind of stingy, greedy when it comes to their stuff. And for those that are still in operation, that, get out and farm the fields every day, I can kind of understand, because the equipment is expensive, and You know, you need some of the material sometimes to fix the equipment if it breaks. That way you ain't got to continuously buy new parts. I understand that. But for a lot of the farmers that, you know, aren't in operation anymore, why not? Why not just scrap the stuff and get it over with? I mean, eventually you're going to pass away and you're not going to need it anymore. You know, it's not doing a bit of damn good just sitting out in the field rotting, or on your property rotting. I'm gonna switch this camera around so you guys can see just what I'm seeing. So we're out in the middle of BFE probably. And yeah. Beautiful day outside. Plenty of sunshine. Plenty of potholes too. Slide it over a little bit. Look at the cows. Just look at them. And they're mooing. We got a horse. 2 horses. Got a dump truck. Hey, buddy. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that we're not gonna find a damn thing. So, with that being said, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think I've already been down this damn road. Oh well. Shit happens. So right after I got the words out of my mouth that I didn't find anything, I ended up finding that guy. And this piece of metal right here is just, you know, it's an old tin. And the other piece is right behind it right here. But yeah, you know, sometimes stuff pops up, sometimes it doesn't. So with that being said or whatever, I don't have much more to talk about. This video is probably already going to be a little longer than what I expected it to be, but maybe it'll upload like it's supposed to this time, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and go in the house and start editing this stuff and get it rendering, and then I'm going to come back out here and dissect some microwaves. I'm going to see if I can find well, I got a drop cord over there, and hook up my drill, and because this one right here that I have is cordless, right? This one I got a few Christmases back ago, whatever. It's a piece of shit, and something is wrong with the battery on it or whatever, and I just never took it back. I didn't pay for it, and nobody in this household paid for it, so thank goodness it wasn't money wasted on our end. I'd probably have bought a DeWalt if it was my choice, but I've got a corded drill somewhere over there that I'm gonna hook up, and I'm gonna use it to help get some of the shit out of this microwave. Makes it faster, that way I ain't got to constantly keep turning it or whatever. But that will probably be thrown in tomorrow's video at some point in time, as far as the dissection or whatever, because I probably won't get both of them done today. It just depends. But anyhow, until tomorrow, you guys be good and stay groovy.